So one of the great insights I had, one of the things that really got me excited about the processes and the documentation of the processes was that I realized what I needed to do was really boring. I mean, it seemed to me at the time it was. Once I got going, it was not boring at all. But most business owners are so busy killing fires, the idea of sitting down and documenting processes, getting their people to help, writing them up, perfecting the processes, they don't want to hear about it, don't want to do it. It's too much work, and I'm killing all these fires here, you know? I'm killing all these fires. I don't have time to do things like that. That's a nice idea, and maybe someday I can do it, but I don't have time. And what I realized was 99% of business owners, small business owners, feel that way. So I didn't have much competition, especially within my industry. There was nobody I knew in my industry that had documentation. I talk about it in the book that I gave a presentation in Las Vegas a long time ago and asked how many of the 60 answering service call center owners in the audience had documentation, and nobody raised their hand. And I realized at that time that there's no competition. Whatever you do, when you go to document your processes, perfect them, get your people to help you, make all those processes really, really efficient, and then apply them every time they're necessary to be applied, you're going to have an incredibly efficient business, and you're going to jump way ahead. On page 87 of the book, there's a subheading. It's called The Unassuming Nature of What Must Be Done. Let me just read a little bit of this to you. One day, not long after the light bulb switched on in my head, I realized that creating the necessary documentation would not be flashy. The process would sometimes be tedious, as it was clear that cataloging all of our systems would take time. The working procedures would not fall into place as easily as the first two controlling documents, the strategic objective and the general operating principles. Firsthand, I saw that within my own TAS industry, telephone answering service, few owners perceive their businesses from an outside and slightly elevated perspective. They thrash within the inner workings, smacking those moles as their little heads unexpectedly, yet inevitably pop up. I realized immediately that my industry was not unique. Few small businesses document their direction, and still fewer chronicle their processes. So you get what I'm saying here? Not many people do it because they don't have time. It's boring, but it is the secret of getting ahead. So it's not flashy. We all want the hand of God to come down, or angel money to show up, and this or that, or some miracle new manager that we hire or consultant to come in and solve the problem. No, no, no. It's much more boring than that. It's about documenting your processes. It's exciting, really. So after I got that insight, I was really excited about working on the documentation. I know that sounds hard to believe, but to this day, I'm passionate about it because it works so quickly and it's so incredibly efficient. And do a couple of processes, simple processes that will make a difference. Maybe there's 7 steps or 11 steps or something like that. But they'll make a difference because all your people will be performing this perfect process 100% of the time. And you really start to see results. And when you see that, there's no turning back. You'll be in good shape for the future, and you have no competition. Talk to you later.